Hello everyone and welcome back to Smackdown Live right here on the WWE 2K19 Universe Mode Season 4 right here in Boston, Massachusetts. Well, what a show we have planned for you tonight. And here comes the WWE Tag Team Champions here as Sanity is making their way out to the ring. What a way to kick off the second episode of Smackdown Live here for Universe Mode. As it looks like Killian Dane is joining Alexander Wolfe. No Eric Young here tonight on Smackdown Live. He had other things to attend to.
And accompanied by Killian Dane, representing Sanity from Dresden, Germany, weighing in at 245 pounds, one half of the tag team, Alexander Wolfe.
Now, I had tried to get the titles to say the right thing, but I think the game must have it glitched because I cannot get it to say Tag Team Champions or WWE Tag Team Champions. Can't get it to say any of that.
And from Kill Devil Hill, North Carolina, weighing in at 223 pounds,
Dash Wilder out here tonight representing the Revival, but he is out here alone. So you gotta wonder how the numbers game is gonna play here tonight, as we already have Sanity with a 2-to-1 odds against Dash Wilder here tonight. Scott Dawson unable to be here on SmackDown Live this week. We're unsure as to why that is, but Dash Wilder flying solo here tonight on SmackDown Live. And are we going to see a sign of sportsmanship here? Dash Wilder holding the hand out, and look at that. Oh, and a slap to the face there. A slap to the face by Alexander Wolfe. And now we're going to get the action underway. Here's the bell rings, and this one is off. Shot there by Alexander Wolfe here on Dash Wilder. Sends him to an Irish whip rebound right into a neck breaker right there. What a beautiful maneuver. Alexander Wolfe gonna stay right on the offense here as one half of the Tag Team Champions takes down Dash Wilder. Kick out there by Dash Wilder. Immediate kick out. Look at that devastating drop kick right into Dash Wilder, taking him down in a hurry. Snap suplex right into a pin. Here goes Alexander. One and a kick out. What a week we've already had of Universe Mode. If you've missed the previous 3 episodes, we had a SmackDown Live, we had a NXT, and we had a Raw show where we named a new World Heavyweight Champion. So go get caught up on those if you haven't watched those yet. If you have, stay right here with this action. And here comes Dash Wilder taking him up. Huge atomic drop here, dropping Alexander Wolfe right there. And now arm drag here takes him over. Alexander Wolfe looking for a big boot there. Moves out of the way, though, does Dash Wilder, but catches an elbow here anyway for his efforts. And looking for a clothesline there. Dash Wilder fighting back here once again. Irish whip to the ropes he goes. And now bounces off. Looking for that elbow there, but he did not get it. Into the corner goes Alexander Wolfe, but he turns the tides here on Dash Wilder. And look at that headbutt. Now driving in the stomps here onto the chest and now the neck of Dash Wilder here, one half of the Revival. This is our last week of Universe Mode before Backlash. And what a pay-per-view that's going to be, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. And of course, if you didn't watch last SmackDown Live, it ended with a devastating assault by Shinsuke Nakamura, turning his back on the fans and attacking Daniel Bryan, the WWE Champion. Nakamura would assault him. Daniel Bryan having to attend to his injuries now. Has to have him wrapped up while he's competing. We'll see that later on tonight as he is in action against Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10 in the main event tonight. We're at a count of 3 on the outside here, but Alexander Wolfe taking Dash Wilder back into the ring. Oh, what a huge shot right there. What a World Heavyweight Championship match we had on Raw. Randy Orton coming away with a victory against Cedric Alexander and being named the first World Heavyweight Champion here of Season 4 of Universe Mode. And what action this is to start off the night here on Smackdown Live. Alexander Wolfe now sending him into the ropes with an Irish whip. He drops down. Once again looking for the big boot, but he moves out of the way just in time and catches a right hand anyway. Alexander Wolfe has him in the corner. Boot from Dash Wilder as he takes him up right here, trying to wear down that knee. You know, what a main event that should be tonight. Ty Dillinger versus Daniel Bryan. But you gotta wonder if Daniel Bryan's gonna have any added aggression here tonight after that assault from Shinsuke Nakamura last episode of Smackdown Live. For those of you that are new to this channel and new to this universe mode, Smackdown Live is our main brand here on Universe Mode. We do not have separate rosters. This roster could show up on Raw as well. There's just 2 shows for Universe Mode, Raw and Smackdown, and then of course we have NXT, that is the NXT roster. So we do not have separate main rosters. They just appear on both shows. It extends the rivalries, extends the championship count. And now we got him in for the pin right here for the 1, the 2, and no, a kick out before 3. So it extends the amount of rivalries we can have and championships and breaking the 3rd wall here. But I feel like that's something that needs to be explained. Irish whip into the ropes. He goes and out to the floor. This Universe Mode, we are now on Season 4, spanning across what I believe is 3 games, 2 games maybe. I know we had one season that we broke it up, just season to SummerSlam, and then the next season would be from SummerSlam to WrestleMania, breaking 2 seasons into 1 game. We will not be doing that this time, however. This will be 1 whole season, hopefully, throughout this whole game, starting from Backlash, the pay-per-view, all the way through to WrestleMania's pay-per-view. And now in for the pin, give the 2 count and a kick out before 3. What a phenomenal match this is here to open up Smackdown Live as Alexander Wolfe now from the 2nd rope, calling Dash Wilder up to his feet here as one half of the tag team champion dives off for the forearm shot there on Dash Wilder. Now calling him up to his feet. Could this be the beginning of the end here for Dash Wilder? As he takes him up, slams him down to the mat with that huge powerbomb, and now in for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and yes it is. Alexander Wolfe picking up the big victory here tonight on Smackdown Live. What an epic victory that is. Watching these replays right here as Alexander Wolfe took it to Dash Wilder here, the Revival tonight. Dash Wilder putting up a decent performance here, but it was not enough for one half of the tag team champions. Look at that huge move right there. We thought that was the beginning of the end, but this move did it right there. That power bomb right into the pin.
Here is your winner, Alexander Wolfe.
Well, stay tuned for more action here on Smackdown Live in this episode. What a night it's been already, and it's got more to come. Well, as I said before, Backlash is our next stop for a pay-per-view right here for Universe Mode Season 4. What a pay-per-view it's going to be. Join us on Twitter at CCN Gaming and Music, and right here for the pay-per-view, broken up in a 3-part series. This is one of the matches confirmed for Backlash after last week's assault. The WWE Champion Daniel Bryan takes on Shinsuke Nakamura in the main event of Backlash. You're not going to want to miss it. Welcome back inside the Smackdown Live Arena. Please welcome the Empress of Tomorrow.
From Osaka, Japan, the WWE Women's Champion, Asuka.
So if I didn't clarify before, Asuka's got a brand new title around her waist. The WWE Women's Championship. It is a little bit different looking than what she previously had. And also the SmackDown Tag Team Champions are a little bit different as well. Asuka with some stiff competition here tonight as the Riot Squad.
And Liv Morgan, representing the Riot Squad from Lafayette, Indiana, Riot.
The Riot Squad is here on Smackdown Live. Asuka gonna have her hands full as she is outnumbered here tonight. Ruby Riot with this band of women here. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan in the ring. So we get ready to get this action underway. The bell is rung and already Asuka on the offense here as she takes down Ruby Riot, but Ruby Riot returning that favor right there. Women's competition here tonight on SmackDown Live. Ruby Riot there with a huge headbutt, having taken Asuka down, and now Ruby Riot looking for a snap suplex. However, Asuka turns this around with a forearm shot. Look at these shots, these stiff strikes from Asuka. And look at this, Asuka now heading up top, looking to fly. Drop kick drives Ruby Riot into the mat right there. And now Asuka stomping on Ruby Riot. Look at this, Asuka taunting to the crowd here. Ruby Riot now catching a shot and drop back down to the mat. And now in on the pin, but a quick kick out there from Ruby Riot. The Riot Squad sitting ringside, and look at that, flipped out of it, landing on her feet, and now Ruby Riot with a huge move, dropping Asuka on the back of her head. Ruby Riot now with a huge forearm shot there to Asuka. Now takes her with a huge rebound right into a Hurricane Rana. Drops Asuka to the mat right there. Ruby Riot taunting to the crowd here tonight. Huge arm drag there from Asuka. Takes her down. Looking for the kick to the back but misses. As Ruby Riot now takes up Asuka, dropping her on the back of her head again. The Women's Champion Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, has held that title since the end of Season 3. Still going strong here. Hasn't defended it yet this season. As now Asuka down on the floor on the outside, and so far the Riot Squad have yet to interfere here. But a chair has been thrown into the ring here. Ruby Riot uses that, though. She will be disqualified. And look at her. Ruby Riot has a hold of the chair. And look, wait, the ref going to remove the chair from Ruby Riot's hands, and that's going to cost Ruby Riot. She catches a shot from Asuka. And look at that stiff kick there from Asuka as she sends her to the ropes. Asuka now with a huge knee to the gut. And wait, Liv Morgan distracting Asuka here. Liv Morgan distracting the Empress of Tomorrow. And Ruby Riot going to try to capitalize, rolling her up, but too close to the ropes and gets a rope break. Looking for another one. Once again, too close to the ropes. Lacking ring awareness here is Ruby Riot as she hits to the second rope. Huge knee to the face there on Asuka, but it looks like it might have done a little damage to Ruby Riot as well. Picking her up now is Ruby. Huge headshot there on Asuka. Ruby Riot now picks up Asuka here. Riot now looking for something, but Asuka's got her up top and drops her on her face right there. And now Asuka gonna try to lock in an assault here with that arm, and look at that leverage that Asuka got with the arm there of Ruby Riot, bending that arm in the opposite direction. And now Asuka has a hold of Riot, taking her to the ropes here as Asuka looking to fling Ruby Riot off the ropes. Asuka now in on the quick pin here. This could do it for the 1. And now a kick out before 2. Asuka's going to stay on the offense here on Ruby Riot. We've seen Ruby Riot here on the main roster on last season, Season 3, where she did not do so well against Asuka. She failed to get the championship shot at WrestleMania. So Ruby Riot went back to the ground here. Look at this super kick. Sorry, we got to take a break right here as we get another super kick driven onto the chin of Asuka. In on the pin here. We get a 1, the 2, and a kick out before 3. So Ruby Riot went back down to NXT, trying her luck there against Ember Moon in the end of Season 3. On the TakeOver show, Ruby Riot came oh so close to claiming that NXT Women's Championship and failed once again. So she has armed herself up with the Riot Squad here as we're going for another pin for the 1, the 2, no, and a kick out. She has aligned herself with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, and on the pin again, an immediate kick out that time. So you got to wonder if these numbers game is going to work in Ruby Riot's favor here this time around. Is this the advantage that she needs to get that championship, having the crew by her side? As Ruby Riot now takes up Asuka, dropping her on the back of her head right there. Ruby Riot staying right on the offense here on the women's champion, Asuka. And look at that, looking for a shot, and Asuka with the leg catches it. Asuka takes her up, slams her to the mat right there as Asuka now looking to maintain that offense against Ruby Riot, and a sharp kick to the back as she goes in for another quick pin here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ruby Riot staying in this thing, reverses that knee shot right there. Sorry, can't even get the words out as a huge headbutt lands on Asuka. Ruby Riot now heading up top. Asuka trying to get to her feet. Ruby Riot now looking to deliver the drop kick, but misses. And that one might cost her as Ruby Riot reaches through the ropes after the rollout and grabs the leg of Asuka, dropping her down on the ropes right there. And this might be a good opening here for Ruby Riot, as Riot sends her off the rebound into a huge Hurricane Rana, turning this thing back around to Ruby Riot's favor. Riot now heading up to the top rope, trying to muster all the focus and energy that she can. And now she stops this. She gets back down off the rope. She's going to change her game plan. Ruby Riot now sends her into the corner. Riot now going to look to deliver another super kick barrage here as she looks to fire in the first one. Here comes number 2. And the third one, if it lands, this could do it right on the chin. And did you hear the connection on the chin of Asuka? And now Ruby Riot gonna look to capitalize here. Has a hold of Asuka, taking her out to the apron here. Ruby Riot gonna look to capitalize big time as Riot has a hold of Asuka. Riot now with a DDT on the apron. My God. The face of Asuka must have left an imprint on the apron right there. Asuka, though, right back on the offense. Asuka, not a good thing for Ruby Riot. Asuka is infuriated. Ruby Riot shoves her off. Backhand from Asuka. German suplex out of nowhere. And now Asuka gonna look to capitalize. Huge shot there. In on the pin. This could do it. 1, 2, 3, and she does. Asuka victorious. I don't think I've ever seen Ruby Riot any better than she was right there in that moment. What a matchup. Ruby Riot giving it her all here, showing that she deserves the spot on the main roster, and we thought that was the beginning of the end there for Asuka, and then look at that DDT onto the apron.
Here is your winner,
Asuka victorious here tonight. Well, on the next episode of Raw, we will see the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins, take on the charismatic Enigma, Jeff Hardy. Make sure you tune in to Raw. And we are ready for main event action. And here comes the Yes Man himself.
making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan beating Brock Lesnar to claim the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. He was Season 3's Royal Rumble winner, and Daniel Bryan held his own last week against Shinsuke Nakamura until Nakamura landed a low blow that would end the match and see Daniel Bryan pick up the victory. However, not the way Bryan wanted to do so. Shinsuke Nakamura would then continue the assault on the WWE Champion, further slightly injuring the ribs and shoulder area of Bryan that you see taped up right there. However, Daniel Bryan refused to take an R&R for this episode of SmackDown Live.
And from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
So, Ty Dillinger faces off against Daniel Bryan here tonight. Daniel Bryan taping up. Like I said, he refused to take that R&R, so Bryan taped himself up and got himself down to the ring here tonight on SmackDown Live. A fighting champion is Daniel Bryan. And Ty Dillinger makes his way into the ring in what should be a phenomenal contest right here. The bell rings and this one is off as Daniel Bryan with a huge forearm shot already, knocking down Ty Dillinger here. And Daniel Bryan, you can see the difference in the ferocity here on Daniel Bryan, and we wondered about that at the top of the show. If Bryan would show a different side of himself to the assault that Shinsuke Nakamura landed on him at the end of SmackDown Live's last episode. As Daniel Bryan now drops down. He leapfrogs this time. Daniel Bryan now delivers a knee and drops Ty Dillinger to the mat. Daniel Bryan showing shades of the 90s here and ruthless aggression as he's right in on the kicks. Here to Ty Dillinger. Is Daniel Bryan looking for the big one right under the temple of Ty Dillinger. Daniel Bryan now drags him. He drags him out away from the ropes, and Daniel Bryan gonna look for this running knee. And Bryan hits it onto the chin of Ty Dillinger in on the pin. 1, 2. No, on a kick out just before 3. I don't know how Ty Dillinger still stays in this matchup. He had a lot of offense thrown at him all at once by Daniel Bryan, and now Daniel Bryan's going to stay right on the offense here on Ty Dillinger, sends him into the corner. This is Daniel Bryan with a kick to the back and drives a fist into the chest of Ty Dillinger, dropping him to the mat right here. Daniel Bryan now with a drop kick into the corners. He hits the other side, coming in for one more. Right onto the face of Ty Dillinger. And guys, Ty Dillinger has yet to mount much of anything. This is a different side from Daniel Bryan than what I've seen in recent. And now Ty Dillinger with a huge shot on Bryan takes him down. Dillinger now the WWE Champion. And look at that, the shots. And you got to wonder what kind of damage that does to the ribs of Bryan as he catches a forearm shot, dropping Dillinger back down to the mat right there. As now Daniel Bryan picks up Dillinger, sends him into the corner here. As Bryan now takes him up top. Daniel Bryan gonna look for a big move up top. A Hurricane Rana off the top from Ty Dillinger. And now Daniel Bryan taunts to the crowd here, getting these fans behind him. Daniel Bryan heads up top, and Ty Dillinger smartly moving away from that corner. He knows that Daniel Bryan had him in his sights right there. Now Bryan sends him into the corner. Bryan looking for another drop kick, but misses. Misses this time. Dillinger now has him up. Dillinger now looking to land it, but he misses again at the reversal. Daniel Bryan could sense the beginning of the end here in this matchup, as Bryan now gonna look to lock in the heel lock here on Ty Dillinger. Can he make him tap out this early on? Ty Dillinger has suffered a lot of offense. This might do it for the perfect 10, but no. Battles out of it and a kick to the face there to Daniel Bryan. What a matchup here in the main event of SmackDown Live. The second episode of SmackDown Live for Universe Mode. Technically episode 4 on our list here. Daniel Bryan, whoa, what? That looked like a low blow to me. If you ask me, you gotta wonder. The ref apparently did not see that low blow shot from Bryan. And apparently Bryan's had enough and he sends Ty Dillinger to the outside. Bryan's got to remember, though, that Ty Dillinger's not the one that caused him to have to wrap up his ribs here as Bryan hits the ropes and dives to the outside, taking down Dillinger. I'm not sure if the WWE Champion really cares who his opponent is right now. He just wants to punish whoever they are. Daniel Bryan now from up top. Bryan looks to deliver an elbow, but Ty Dillinger wisely moves out of the way. Dillinger now going to look to land something. Drop toe hold there from Bryan. And now Daniel Bryan hits a huge running forearm right there. Picks up Dillinger. This could be the beginning of the end of Dillinger. No! Stops the kicks. And now they're laying in the right hand shots here on Bryan. Ty Dillinger now stomping on the shoulder area there of Bryan. The abdomen that is taped of Daniel Bryan here. Shot to the back. Daniel Bryan drives him into the mat once again. Daniel Bryan now dragging him into the center of the ring. Can he land him this time? No, another reversal there by Dillinger. And Daniel Bryan takes him out to the apron. Daniel Bryan now knocks him off the ropes here. And Bryan now twists the arm, drops him down. Daniel Bryan looking to connect. Kick to the side of the head there to Ty Dillinger. Third time's the charm, and Daniel Bryan delivers the kicks this time. Bryan with the kicks to the chest. Daniel Bryan with a huge kick to the temple. And this one could be all but over for Ty Dillinger. Daniel Bryan calls him up. Bryan now gonna look to lock in the yes lock here. Looking to make Ty Dillinger tap out, and he does. The abuse that Ty Dillinger has suffered, he had no other option but to tap out to the yes lock. What a phenomenal matchup. First, you see that heel hook there from Daniel Bryan, that submission. Daniel Bryan would dive to the outside there. This match was pretty much all Daniel Bryan here. Ty Dillinger trying to counter anything that he could, but it just was not working.
Here is your winner,
Wait, that's Shinsuke! Nakamura just comes up behind him! Nakamura comes up behind Daniel Bryan! Drops Bryan on his head! Daniel Bryan rolls out, back in! Shinsuke Nakamura now delivers a DDT there to Daniel Bryan! Bryan tried to fight out of it, but Shinsuke Nakamura now looking to deliver the signature move, dropping Bryan on his abdomen right there, and you see Bryan clenching the ribs. Nakamura on another assault here on Daniel Bryan, and now the Kinshasa there from Shinsuke Nakamura, sending a message to Bryan.